I once heard someone say that information is the key that drives everything. Concepts, initiative, programs, activities, and what have you. And there's an activity going on in our community that's headed up by my good friend and brother, Dr. James Bumpus, which is designed to improve a lot of areas in our community. And we like to keep the community updated, not only on the progress, but also the challenges and also some of the programs that are available that's designed to assist us. This is a call to action.
A call to action.
I'm your host, Alex Habersham. And as I said, I've got Dr. James Bumpus, who's now I always get your title confused, Doc, because it's so long. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
Go ahead.
Alex, thanks for having me on again. Glad to be here with you and to have the opportunity to share with your audience once again about the work of the Office of Small Business Affairs.
Okay.
And my official title is the Director of the Office of Small Business
Affairs.
See, I
told you it was long. Director, I'll do it again. It's a pleasure to have Dr. James Bumpus, who is the Director of the Office of Small Business Affairs.
Welcome. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you. So glad to be
sir.
here. Glad to have, again, the opportunity to share.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, we've got a lot of good things going
on
man. In Macon-Bibb County.
I just wound you up, so you can go ahead with it.
A lot of good things going on with the Office of Small Business Affairs. What we aim to do is, through the work efforts of the office, is to provide equity of opportunity. Equity of opportunity. Our programs are all gender and race neutral, and so we don't have any set-asides, county set-asides. There is an opportunity, though, for any business owner who has a good, a service, a product, a professional service that the county purchases to compete for contracts. And the work that I've been doing for the last 2.5 years is centered around removing barriers for small local business owners to do business with the county. Macon-Bibb is open for business, and I say that everywhere I go. There's a tremendous amount of opportunity along many different lines and in many different sectors of business. I would say to your viewers that if you have a small business in our community, we want to know who you are and that you should be registered with our procurement department as a vendor. And so that's where I'll start, and with what we're doing and the intent of what we're doing in terms of providing an equitable opportunity.
How do you register?
You register with our procurement department by going online to maconbibb.us and go under departments and go to procurement, and under procurement, on the procurement page, there is a tab that says forms, and you click on forms and you can download the vendor registration packet from the procurement page, web page on the Macon-Bibb County website. Fill it out. You have a choice of faxing it back in, or you can scan it in and email it back to us. Or you can come into the procurement office, which is located on the 3rd floor of the Government Center at 700 Poplar Street, Macon, Georgia 31201. Fill out the forms there, and then the procurement officers will register you as a vendor. And it's important that those business owners identify every area that they're able to provide services in, and identify all of the commodity codes, because you never know what we'll be purchasing. And if you've identified those commodity codes, we'll have the wherewithal to reach directly out to you as a business owner through an email and let you know that there is a bid opportunity with Macon-Bibb County for you to provide your good, your service, or your product.
That's easy enough.
That's absolutely. And again, I say we want to know who you are. Of course, one of the burning questions is, are there opportunities for women-owned business enterprises, minority business enterprises, and disadvantaged-owned business enterprises? And the answer to that is yes. Yes, there are competitive opportunities. And a part of the work that I do as the director is to focus on particularly minority, women, and disadvantaged-owned business enterprises, and to make sure that any barriers that are there are removed, and that business owners in our community have a fair and equitable shot at being awarded and competing for contracts. Some of the good work that we've done in terms of helping to remove barriers center around education. And you know that we've hosted a number of fairs, vendor fairs, reverse vendor fairs. We've done some reverse matching as well in that process. We've had a number of outreach events as well. And we are making opportunities known to business owners through the Georgia Procurement Registry, through the Georgia Marketplace as well, and as well as those persons that we know of in our community who provide those services for us. We reach out directly to them from my office as well as from the procurement office. And so we're intentional about outreach. We're advertising in terms of making known our needs, and again, opportunity to do business with us as Macon Bibb County. So some of it's outreach, some of it also is centered in education outreach, as well as advocacy. And it's important that we continue as a community to be intentional about providing opportunities for small local businesses, and then advocating for that, and say to our various government agencies and particularly the county, are there ways in which we can break projects down, put them in smaller pieces or smaller packages to increase the competitiveness of those projects, and to give the small local business guy an opportunity to come to the table and compete and be awarded those contracts. And so part of the work that we do is, of course, evaluation. I had the opportunity to look at our county spend from the inception of consolidation, January 1, 2014, through May of this year, and I look particularly at prime contractor awards. And so in terms of in construction, it would be the award to general contractors, and I looked across 9 sectors of significant spending in our community. Among those sectors were construction, road construction, media, our media spend, and other types of spending. And I was able to identify better than $16 million in prime contractor spending, which is significant
for small and minority
for small minority businesses, particularly minority, women, disadvantaged business enterprises.
That's outstanding.
That's what we looked at. So we've had a measure of success in the work that we've been doing. And so, as I mentioned, a part of our work in terms of helping to remove barriers is centered around education, outreach, and advocacy.
And I know you got some real special couple of things as it relates to education. And we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. This is a call to action.
A call to action.
I'm your host, Alex Habersham, interviewing Dr. James Bumpus, who is the Director of Small and Minority Businesses Affairs for the city and the county. We'll be right back. We're back with Dr. Bumpus, Director of Small and Minority Business Affairs for Outrate City, Outrate Community, and he's apprising us of, the product of the progress and of some of the initiatives that are going on. Congratulations, man. I know it's all a work in progress and in process, but, at least you're moving forward. Now, you said small minority and disadvantage. Tell us, what you mean by disadvantage.
Disadvantage-owned business enterprises would be those business enterprises that are owned by disabled veterans or persons who are differently abled in our community. And so, again, our intention is to be inclusive. And we know that inclusive economics are very powerful and that we benefit greatly when we are open to inviting all people to come to the table and spend. Capitalism is rooted in money changing hands.
Absolutely.
And the more often you can get the money changing hands and the more people you can get the money changing hands in, the quicker you're able to accelerate the spending and accelerate your economy. And particularly, we're interested in that here locally in Macon-Bibb County and bringing about economic well-being, which will lead to prosperity for us. And I don't think anyone could be against prosperity.
A rising tide raises the whole ship.
A rising tide raises the whole ship. Absolutely.
And as the smaller one do better, ones do better, then everybody does better. The thing that's very, very interesting, and I think this needs to be emphasized, because oftentimes, and I began the segment talking about information, oftentimes there may be some shortcomings on the part of these small minority and disadvantaged businesses. Maybe they need to know, more information, or need more training, or need more education. And, I want to applaud your office for constantly engaging and promoting activities that designed to educate and inform and enlighten. And I know you got a couple of, you mentioned one, but I know you got a couple of things coming up, one new, and I know you got something that's existing as it relates to credit scores and being credit worthy. So talk a little bit about those and in order that you deem beneficial.
Sure. In the earlier segment, we talked about the way in which the office seeks to be intentional in removing barriers. And one of the toughest barriers for small business owners to overcome is access to credit. And so the question becomes, if you're going to be serious about providing opportunities for local small business owners, how do you help them have access to credit, which is critical and so important? What a lot of people don't know is that when the banks are looking at lending and looking at investing with business owners in that way in their businesses, that their personal credit has to be straight and their personal credit has to be strong, because someone has to stand as the guarantor for those loans. And so to help with understanding money management and understanding budgeting and to help with access to credit, we have partnered with Operation Hope. Operation Hope is an international human dignity financial model that seeks to empower people by, one, helping them to raise their credit score 120 points or better through an 18 to 24 month process. One of the things that our community is working with Operation Hope on is 700 credit score individuals, 700 better credit score communities. And once we demonstrate with certainty that our community's credit scores are trending upward towards 700 and better, it changes the dynamics of investment totally for Macon-Bibb County. And we could see a radical transformation in our community overnight once the word gets out that Macon Bibb County has citizens who understand money and who respect credit and understand how credit works and have healthy credit scores. And so that work is taking place at the Buck Melton Center at 150 Sessions Drive, Macon, Georgia 31204. There are two very fine financial well-being coaches there, Chanel James and Quantas Harvey. The other work that we're very proud of is the Macon Bibb County's Contractors Academy. This is new to our community. It's the first one of its type. It's a partnership between Macon Bibb County, State Bank, and the University of Georgia Small Business Development Center. This is an opportunity for 25 local small business owners to receive a scholarship to attend 7 months of intensive technical assistance. The most important part of any business is business administration. And if you can't handle the administrative part of your business, no matter how good you are as an artisan or how good you are as a salesperson or how good your product is, you're going to soon go out of business. One of my mentors said this to me. He said, if you don't take care of business, you'll soon be out of business.
Right.
And so a part of the technical assistance that we're providing through the Macon Bibb County Contractors Academy centers around business administration and how to administrate your business. Another component of it deals with credit, and again, financial management, and how to access credit, and helping, again, small business owners understand how credit works, how banks look at persons who are wanting to borrow money, persons that they're lending to. We're also looking at marketing and how to market your business. I will admit that 15 years ago, I didn't have the kind of value for marketing and branding that I have now. And if you don't know how to market your business and brand your business and identify your target market and to be able to articulate that so people understand and communicate with the people you're trying to reach, your customer base is going to suffer. And so marketing and branding is critical. The way in which persons use technology and social media to market and brand and as an outreach tool is all important. And then we're also providing technical assistance around procurement, and we are demystifying the procurement process at the federal level, state level, as well as the local level. And so we have several partners, education partners that are working with us, professionals that are working with us to share this very important information with business owners in our community. And I would say if you're a business owner, you should take advantage of this opportunity. It's no cost.
Wow.
It's what you business owners need to do is to fill out the scholarship application. We have 25 slots that are available, and it's a competitive process. And you can get the application off the Macon Bibb County website, Macon Bibb US. You can go on my page, the Office of Small Business Affairs, and get the application. You can also get it on University of Georgia Small Business Development Center, Macon's website. And so we invite business owners, again, to take advantage of this great opportunity.
Now, it's kind of interesting. While you were talking, I was listening to you. It's almost, 6-7 months? How long is it?
Yeah, so it starts September 7th and it goes through April of 2017.
Okay, 6-7 months. But it's almost like getting, although you don't have the letters, it's almost like getting a business degree. You know, it's enhancing your knowledge in finance and in marketing and and administration and procurement.
Yeah.
I mean, and everybody needs that, and this is for existing businesses, right?
For existing businesses.
So if in fact a business feels that there's room for improvement, then I think it behooves everybody to take a look at this, because it's all driven by information.
It is, and a part of the opportunity is having the chance to interface very closely with commercial lenders and with bankers, and to again understand how that process works, and to build a healthy relationship with people in the financial industry.
Okay, now give me the mechanics of these classes. They're gonna be at night for so many days of the week.
The classes will be on Wednesday, one Wednesday a month. The classes will be in duration between 4 hours and 8 hours. And what we're asking the business owners for is a commitment to those 7-8 classes. It's 35 hours.
You need to show
up. You got to be there. It's 35 hours of course work, of course time. We're hosting the classes at the historic terminal station at 200 Cherry Street, Macon, Georgia, 31201. Very convenient place. There's plenty of parking downtown, and it's easily accessed. The terminal station is, and we'll be in the 4th floor training room. And so I would say that this, if you're in business, that this is an opportunity that you do not want to pass or let pass by without participating. A wealth of information is going to be shared.
Wow.
The other part of this is too, as a part of the education process, all of the business owners are expected to write a bid solicitation response, and which some may be awarded contracts from responding to the bids you don't know. And then on the backside, even if the business owner is not awarded, the business owner will have the opportunity to sit down with a procurement professional and debrief and go through his or her submission and talk about his strengths and weaknesses. And again, the intent is to help build capacity and help these businesses grow. We're serious about local small businesses in Macon-Bibb County. We want people to do well, not only well with us, because no business can survive just doing business with government, but we want those business owners to take the opportunities that are let with us and springboard those into opportunities in the private sector.
Absolutely.
Where there's a great deal of sustainability and even more opportunity. The other thing I would say is this. The SPLOS, the E-SPLOS, ELOS, and the SPLOS has helped us tremendously. On our side, it's created $180 million in new money that's allowed us to do a number of good things in our community. And if the one passes in November, and we'll continue the penny.
Now there will be another one on the ballot for November.
Yes, there will be another one on the ballot for November.
It will be a SPLOS or an E-SPLOS.
It'll be SPLOST, the SPLOS.
Special Local Option Sales Tax.
Yes.
Well, talk a little bit about what that is and what it means to the community.
What it means for our community is not adding another penny, but continuing the penny that we're already spending. And because we're a consolidated government, it allows us to approach the revenue side of it differently than before. We're anticipating $280 million. And
from a penny.
Yes. And the SPLOS will last as long as it takes us to collect that money.
Wow.
It will start in 2018, And if we get it in 6 years, you know, it would stop. But if we didn't get it in 6 years, it took us 9 years, it could continue until we collect the $280 million. That's new money. That's not cutting the pie in smaller pieces. That's acceleration. That's
growing the pie.
That's growing the pie, and that is a lot of opportunity for local small businesses in our community to participate. And so we're seeing some change in Macon. We're trending in a positive direction, and I'm enjoying the work that the Office of Small Business Affairs is doing, and I trust that your viewers those who are small business owners will come to the table, and if they're not small business owners, that they'll tell their friends and kindred and acquaintances who are, that there is plenty of good room at the table, and we welcome local small business owners to come and have an equitable chance to compete.
I really appreciate you, man. I appreciate what you're doing, and I want to, just encourage, being the publisher of the Black Pages and marketing businesses, particularly African American businesses. I know that there are many of us, who can do better, and information and education will attribute to that. So give me a phone number and a website again.
MaconBib.us. Small Business Affairs. Phone number 478-951-2192.
This is a call to action.
A call to action.
I'm your host, Alex Habersham, having interviewed Dr. Jane Bumpus, the Director of Small and Minority Businesses Affairs for Macon, Bibb County. Take advantage of that. There's some free training to help you to improve your business. There's a free resource to help you improve your credit. And then there's the availability of opportunities to do business with the government. And if you fall short with this training, it'll help bring you up to par. This is a call to action.
A call to action.
I'm your host, Alex Habersham. Have a great day.
www.makingblackpages.com